everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new, and welcome to a weekend reading vlog where I've got a bit of a problem. So I went a period, a few weeks, where I was doing weekly or weekend reading vlogs. I was having a great time, to me not picking up a book and wanting to read a thing, which obviously is a slight hiccup, because I have got some awesome books out of the library which I need to read before their return date, because some of them have been reserved. I've just got some awesome books that I have hauled recently and I really need to film a haul. And I've got, let's face it, a ridiculous TBR of books I just should be reading. And I sit down of an evening when I get a chance and I'm just not in the mood to read. So I think, but I'm not in the mood to do anything else either. I think it's just this general tiredness. It's been a really stressful week, but I'm hoping that we can turn this potential reading slump round this weekend. So it's currently 6 o'clock on Friday. I am in with Duke, the other half is at work. I've got to have a relatively early night because I'm out with Mum tomorrow and she doesn't know what we're doing. I've actually got us tickets to Legally Blonde the musical in Salisbury and she doesn't know this. She thinks that we're just going to go around town, and I've said I've got tickets for something, and for all she knows it's like an afternoon tea or a trip to the gardens or something like that. She's no idea, and I think she's going to love it. So I hope so. I've seen it twice in London, really enjoyed it, and I wanted to take Mum for ages. So when it came up in Salisbury, I'm like, yeah, girls' day. So I'm going to be out for most of tomorrow, but then the other half is working till 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So when I get home, I'll have another few hours to myself. Sunday, I can't go as far as Sunday yet because that's a million miles away. But I would like to do a little bit of reading tonight, but I just don't know what. And I picked up a few books recently, so I'm reading short story collection on my Kindle. Not interested in finishing that at the moment. I'm about 80 pages into the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And you know what? I've really enjoyed what I've read so far. I'm not in the mood to pick that up. The Book That Wouldn't Burn. This 5-star anticipated for me. We're about 40 odd pages in. I have no idea what's happening, and to be honest, I don't really care. I have not particularly enjoyed what I've read so far. It is just really irritating level of detail, really slow moving at the moment, and when you're in the reading slump, no. And I'm frustrated because I know I'm going to enjoy this. I'm still about, what, third of the way through Fairy Tale, quarter of the way through Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I don't want to pick any of these up, and that's a problem because, you know, that's at least 4 books I'm in the middle of already that I'm not picking up. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to almost force read something of this evening, or should I pick up something different? Let's see. So I convinced myself to read just 4 chapters of this. I'm now on page 75. I'm still not enjoying it, but I am determined to read it. So maybe just a few chapters a day. Maybe I'll get through it by the time I've got to return it. So I want to keep working on the books that I have already started for as long as I'm possibly able to before I just go, no. So 4 chapters, The Book That Wouldn't Burn, that is 100% enough for tonight because I'm really not getting into that. But I have been getting into the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, so I'm going to dive back into this. I'm on chapter 8, I'm just about to start. So yeah, because when I last picked this up, I did sit and read like 5-6 chapters. I was really getting into it. It's just a general reading slump, I think, not necessarily what I'm reading, but let's go back to this. So I'm about 40% through Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is great because I didn't expect to do quite so much reading of it tonight. I put it down a little while earlier, went to water the plants, thought, oh, I'll just read another chapter or two. I'm still not sure really what to think of it. So the first couple of chapters are actually really quite humorous and I was like, I'm going to love this book. Now not so much. And really we have the book club. Main focus is Patricia, and her family, and they sort of alternate between reading true crime and just crime fiction. And they live in a sleepy little town where nothing really happens, and then we think something is starting to happen, and Patricia's keen to sort of find out what's going on. It's intriguing enough for me to continue, I think, but it's not wowing me, which is a shame because, as I said, the first couple of chapters were really funny, and I thought the whole thing was just going to be a giggle fest. But let's see. So I have just got back from Legally Blonde musical at Salisbury Playhouse. It was really good. The cast did such a good job. Whoever played Elle Woods, she was just absolutely amazing. And it's just such a fun musical, and I think Mum really enjoyed it as well. We had like a bit of a girly shopping sesh first, and yeah, it was fun. It was a really good Saturday that I think we both needed that pick-me-up. So I am going to chill. I am absolutely drenched because it is pouring out there, but it is so hot today. You know when you just want to be outside in the rain. So we just were out chatting in the rain for about 20 minutes. So looking a little bedraggled, but yeah, I'm going to sort some food out now. I'm going to cuddle my little dog, and I'll catch up with you later. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you even notice I wasn't here? Did you just have a big nap? Oh, what you got? What you got? Oh, what's that? What have you got? You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. I didn't come back to you yesterday, and I apologise. Currently Sunday afternoon, I'm on the sofa with this little cheeky nugget, and we're now chilling because we have had a very productive morning. Now, in my defence, yesterday evening I started working on my granddad's 90th birthday present, which I think is a good enough reason not to have picked up a book last night, okay? I was still buzzing off Legally Blonde musical, and I don't know, I was just awake, I was in the zone. I thought, let's start working on it. So I went with it. Today, I've kicked ass. I've dyed my hair. I have done 2 loads of washing. I've stripped the bed. I've remade the bed. I've done the washing up. I've taken the bins out. What else have I done? I've filmed and edited, and I'm currently uploading 2 videos. My June wrap up, which you would have probably already seen, and a book haul, which will be up next Tuesday. Happy days. Oh, and I've ordered 2 food shops. One that I'm collecting tomorrow. I've done click and collect, and then on Thursday, one's being delivered to me. I've also prepped my diary for next week. I've got myself a significant to-do list, but I know what I'm going into facing on the week. I know what's going to happen. Clearly having a word issue today. I'm tired in my defence, okay? We've been up since about 6. And the other half didn't get home till like 11:30. By the time we was chatting, it was like gone midnight. Anyway, I digress. So I am going to relax. I am going to read this evening. I read a chapter earlier of a book that wouldn't burn. I can honestly say I still don't particularly care for it. I'm just hoping something happens and I really get into it, because it's like over 500 pages, and so far it's just really boring. But I'm reviewing it for NetGalley, so I kind of feel that I should give it a little bit longer, but it's frustrating. I would also like to continue with the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires and Fairy Tale by Stephen King this week. They're sort of my aims for the week going forward, but I'd like to do a little bit of reading tonight. But we've also got to watch an Insidious film or 2. We dropped the ball there, so we want to go and see the new Insidious film at the cinema on Tuesday evening, work dependent, because I've got my car insurance renewed through Compare the Market. I was going to say Meerkat. And I got the 2-for-1 deal, was every Tuesday and Wednesday at the cinema. So we want to see the Insidious film, and we thought it was film 4. So we watched 1 film the other day, we're going to watch 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow, and then Tuesday, the new film at the cinema. Then I noticed that actually at the cinema it's film 5. So either tonight or tomorrow, we've got to try and watch 2 films. And we'll probably force this and we'll push it in. And then work will happen and we won't better go Tuesday. But let's see, let's be optimistic. But I actually watched the whole Insidious film the night before last, and I say I watched the whole of it. I have seen it before. I've seen the top right hand corner of the screen before, because my horror film position is this, and from this angle I can only see the top right hand corner of the screen. But I actually, hands down, cushions down, the other night, and I watched it, and I missed a lot in the first one, so I'm going to be brave. I'm going to watch the rest of them, and yeah, it'd be good. But anyway, I'm going to continue my chilled afternoon with the snout, and let's get some reading done. Let's read a chapter or two of these three and see how we get on. So I have done a little bit of reading. I can't say I'm out of my reading slump. I really wanted to get another 30-40 pages plus of this read, and no, I'm no way in the mood to pick this up. So I'm definitely going to ditch this tonight. But I did read another few chapters of the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and I did make quite a dent in Fairy Tale by Stephen King. So not bad. Just had hoped that by the end of the weekend I would be coming out of the reading slump. Alas, no. But you know what? It's Monday tomorrow. It's the start of a new week. Let's see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to love you and leave you, as is little man here. And do you know what? I'm going to put a couple of clips in about his little venture to the New Forest the other day. So I'll see you in the next video. If you made it to the end of the video, leave me a random nature-related emoji, and I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.